Trump? Yeah!
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys. This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
Hey, Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! You take so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. Oh, what is going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, April 4th, 2023, and this is episode 625 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining us tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Finish the story.
Kelly Harris is here. What's up, Kelly?
Vincenzo Mecamanzo ain't gonna let that happen.
And our good buddy Mahoney. What's up, Mahoney?
Nice. Go ahead and start the intro whenever you're ready.
Please. Please. Stop.
I think Jose, is in parts unknown this week.
Jose is currently doing battle with the ocean.
Yeah, he's
No
underwater.
shit, right?
Jose is standing on the shore, punching and kicking waves until one of them gives in. And it's not going to be him.
He can't swim, though.
He doesn't have to. He's standing on the shore. I didn't say he was swimming on the shore. He's
And
standing.
he's fighting
on
it
the
off.
Yeah. The ocean's trying to get him to swim, and he says, not today.
Yep.
Not today, not tomorrow. Not ever.
Keeps stomping on it.
Mm-hmm. Lee, if you had to pick between the ocean and Jose, who wins in a fight?
I mean,
The ocean.
the ocean every time.
Yeah.
Okay, what about between the ocean and Jose too?
But, that's one of the things that makes the ocean so goddamn terrifying.
Okay,
It
but
wins
what about
every
Jose
time.
3 in the ocean?
What if Jose 2
Every
and
time.
Jose 3 tag teamed the ocean?
Yeah, what if Jose 2 and Jose 3 both put on a big shirt and we Siamese twin boxed it?
Okay, I go to England. Jose 3 goes to New York.
Oh, you gonna be beans on toast, Jose?
And we make a sandwich out of the ocean.
I like it, Jose 2. I like it a lot.
Yep.
I'm hot
Then I
dog
think you can
cart,
win.
Jose. You're beans and toast, Jose.
That's great. Let's go fuck this ocean.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a hell of a night, you guys. That's just a taste of the highbrow shit we got happening today. We got fucking. We're gonna talk wrestling. We're gonna get political up in here. It's gonna be a hell of a night because it
Just
was a big
vibes.
day, momentous day.
Lee, would you rather fight a horse or the ocean?
Ooh, a horse.
A horse, yeah.
Lee,
Actually,
would you
no.
rather get
Hold on.
in? Would you rather get in a horse or in an ocean?
In an ocean.
That's actually kind of a tough one. I don't know.
And if you choose the horse, how you getting it?
Yeah. Are we talking full body or are we talking sticking the tip in?
I was thinking, like, if I had the choice of, going into the ocean or, like, snuggling up in a horse like a tauntaun, I'd be like, I might take the horse.
No, just going into the ocean. This isn't like some sort of ocean that's trying to murder you.
Yeah, you're not gonna get
Well,
dropped in from
Every
a
ocean is
helicopter.
trying to murder Lee.
Well, like, but
Every
not any
ocean
more
is
than
constantly
usual.
trying to murder all of us. That's the whole point. It's like how deep I got to go in the ocean. Like if we're talking like ankles, then I'll take the
Neck.
ocean. But if
Neck
like,
deep.
now
Neck
I'm going
deep,
on the
yeah.
horse.
Neck, chin
above
deep.
your
on the horse.
shoulders.
No,
And
going on the
to
horse.
get in the horse, you have to go through the butt.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You're
both
not
the
allowed to
ocean
make any
and-
new holes on the horse.
Both the ocean and the horse, you got to go chin deep.
Ugh.
You have your head sticking out of the horse's mouth like it's a hoodie.
The thought of being neck deep in the ocean and I'm sweating. I'm like, oh god, what a fucking nightmare
But
that
you're
would be.
you're cool with being inside of a horse.
He's like,
If those are
please
I can,
give me the comforting warmth of the inside of a horse.
I can pop a few Benadryl and be okay.
Wow.
Be all right. One of those crazy ass shots.
Horse just walking down the street in the state fair with Lee's head hanging out its ass.
Lee's in a 2-person horse costume, but the other person is the horse.
What if it's one of those like Disney Castaway Key oceans where like they have full control, you could see to the bottom, there's no like crazy waves or anything.
Well, that's just a pool.
Well, no,
No one
it's,
has
if
a
it's
full-
part of the
legit
ocean.
Oh.
Yeah, but like they built it up. Like, then maybe the ocean in that case.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe the ocean.
They have a
Neck
buffet.
deep is really fucking deep.
Yeah, but you're
Neck deep
you're
is
still
real deep.
touching.
Well,
Yeah.
until the waves
Until-
come.
Exactly, and then I'm fucked. Yeah.
All right, we'll give you a snorkel. Either way, you can have
don't fit.
a snorkel either way. A snorkel that fits for sure, guaranteed. Either way, you can have one.
Okay, what if one day this year we all flew down to Tennessee and while you were sleeping we brought you and put you in the ocean?
YouTube prank energy.
All right, what if we go to
Then
Tennessee?
I would shoot you in the stomach.
And while you're asleep, we first take pictures of you, but then we put you inside a horse.
I don't think
We
I'd like
take-
that.
Pictures of you sleeping, our beautiful angel, and then we gently tuck you inside a horse using only the existing holes.
Well, if it's gentle, then
Yeah, we'll just lube you up real good, and you'll slide right in.
You'll slide right in.
Cool. The more you talk about it, the more magical it seems.
It's gonna be so warm.
And this is less of a hassle than just getting in the ocean.
All right, Lee. How do you get out of the horse?
Oh,
I mean,
You
there's
coming
only
back
one
out
way
the same way you went in, or you hulking your way out? Like you just gonna flex and rip it all apart?
No,
like,
you're not gonna flex and rip a horse apart.
No.
I mean, why not?
yeah. Don't be ridiculous. That makes this conversation completely fucking.
I
ludicrous.
know. Sorry,
on.
that
He doesn't
that's
have
where it
s-
really loses the.
I wonder.
uh,
I bet Lee
plausibility.
would establish like a psychic connection with the horse while he was inside him,
No.
and they'd just become just one single.
They
being.
definitely becoming one.
Jesus Christ.
Like a Dave Matthews Band song.
Just like
Careful, that was almost too close to Dave Matthews. Might get us demonetized.
Oh, I turned monetization off for this episode. I said fuck it. Because I think that's the problem is if I turn on monetization and then we play something that's copyrighted, that's what gets us. So
Probably.
just let us fly. It ain't worth the 6 cents an episode.
Yeah.
YouTube will literally.
Ass bitch.
Ugh. YouTube will literally listen to us talk about putting Lee inside of a horse and be like, we should take these guys a nickel.
Yeah.
You can't do that and watch Pie Hill. That's absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when Hell ended in a rape?
Yep.
Yeah,
a
that was
really
really
wild time.
something.
That was a
Didn't
wild
remember
time.
that until we watched it, but then as we were watching it, I was like, oh yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, really
It was
something.
a perfectly normal adventure in emotionally traumatizing this young man. And they were like, and now we escalate it.
You know, I think I found the problem with this whole exercise. It's just not dark. Hang on. I got an idea. Oh my Christ.
All right, so either way, when you go into the horse or the ocean, we hit you with pies then.
Oh, in that case, it's the ocean. Can you fucking imagine being trapped in a horse and then getting pelted with fucking pies?
That's just a bridge too far.
Yeah. Come on. We're still human.
Meanwhile, you're in the ocean and just a guy rides by on a jet ski every now and then and slams you in the face with a pie.
Oh, I would kill him first. Like, without a doubt. That guy dies first. Oh my god. Fuck, what else is happening?
Oh yeah, so we're vibing tonight. We don't really have a plan.
Yeah.
No, we're just talking shit. I just have some
vibing.
stuff I want to talk about. Just bullshitting around. Since I got through the eclipse in Berserk, Kelly, I started watching the Golden Age arc movies that they turned into a series on Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was not sure at first, but it's actually pretty rad. I wasn't sure
they're
about
not
the
bad.
art style. They're not bad at all.
Yeah. Don't watch the anime series that follows them up.
Oh, is it just no good?
That's bad.
Oh, okay.
That's fucking awful.
Oh,
Like,
The anime series that follows it, Lee, is just those TikTok cooking videos where they like put a bunch of hot dogs with raw spaghetti through them.
Pretty much.
oh,
Like
God.
that series came out in 2016, and I still get mad when I think about it. That's
All
how
right.
bad it is.
That definitely is not a ringing endorsement.
Yeah, the animation looks like a bad PS2 game.
Oh my God.
It's awful. Like I don't know what they were thinking.
All right, good to know. Oh shit! Speaking of, did you check out the Hell's Paradise first episode this week?
No, how is that?
It's pretty cool. I like it. It looks it's got a really cool design. Just the animation style is really cool. The main character is appropriately creepy looking, but I don't know, I'm into it. So it's about this guy who is this like ninja master who wanted to leave his village, but his chieftain was like, "I don't want to do that." And he basically set him up to get captured. But he's pretty much indestructible. So he gets sucked on a quest to go for a full pardon when he can get back to his wife. He has to go to this crazy island and try to claim an elixir of immortality with a bunch of other felons. So,
Oh, so it's Ninja Suicide Squad.
kinda yes. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would definitely recommend that. It does not look like a bad PS2 game.
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks pretty solid.
Yeah, no, I'll have to check that out. It sounds cool.
Yeah, and, it looks. I think you would dig it.
Nice.
Good time. So, would recommend that. So, I don't know if I know I've talked about you guys. I don't know if I talked about on the show lately or ever, but like, I know I'm a crazy person, right? Like, I know I got problems. You know, like, just I know, right? I'm fully aware that sometimes the things my brain decides to do is not the best thing, and I'm a complicated character.
I mean, most people would have a hard time deciding between being inside of a horse or being inside the ocean.
Yeah.
Fine, it's fine, it's fine.
We're all unique
But,
snowflakes.
You know, and there are certain things that drive me just out of my fucking mind. Like I don't like.
Oh,
I don't like.
what grinds your gears, Lee
I
Rodriguez?
can't wait to hear which thing you're gonna say.
Yeah, so well, just I don't like not being able to find shit when I want it. I don't like doing things I don't want to do. Things like
Yes.
that. That's pretty
Yes.
normal.
Are you sure you
Um,
don't like those things? Because you also married your wife.
Yeah,
Those are like
Yeah,
two of her favorite things.
that might be her absolute favorite thing.
Yeah. Hiding your shit and making you do things you don't want to do. I think, like, if she found a genie lamp, I think the first two wishes would be that.
More like a fucking monkey's paw.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Just little nuisances, man. And one of the things that I can't fucking stand is like I believe a streaming profile is sacred unless you're specifically
Ooh.
given otherwise.
Oh,
So,
no.
like if someone is like, hey, have you seen such and such show on name your fucking streaming service? It's like, no. And then person A is like, hey, here, just share a login. I'll even create you your own fucking profile. Only a monster goes into person A profile and fucks around with it. You got your own one there. So,
Oh. I mean, is that
And
is that intentional or just not knowing what they're logged in as?
Well, here's the thing.
Or is it like a young child turning on Netflix?
No, these are grown adults.
Okay.
And and it's fucking it's HBO Max and the Disney Plus. So every time you turn them on, it's like, who's watching? They gotta push the fucking thing
Yeah.
to get it up. You know what I mean? Like it's not like
Yeah.
it just chooses one. So I was like, I'm changing the fucking passwords.
Yes! Yeah!
And Nicole is like, come on. I go, we fucking. And here's the thing, I've addressed it before. Like I sent out a text message at one point last year, and I'm like, don't fucking do this. And it was a bunch of like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Like, but like, just fucking don't. So
That's
the other day I was
fantastic.
like, I'm changing the fucking passwords.
Love it.
She's like, Nicole's like, you can't do that. I go, fucking watch me. And she's like, come on. And I go, okay, fine. So instead, I pin locked all the profiles that I could, and the one that I couldn't, because like you can only pin lock like a kid account or a profile to go from kid to regular content, but you can't like pin protect an individual profile.
Yeah.
So I just renamed mine to fucking don't. So so next time HBO Max loads, you'll say fucking don't right next to their name. So maybe that'll get the fucking point across.
See, it's an interesting dynamic, the different types of people in this world, Lee, because when I don't even remember the show that I was trying to watch on Peacock, but I don't have Peacock. My brother, for some reason, has Peacock. I was like, hey, I need your Peacock login. He sends me his Peacock login. I log in for the first time. There's one profile. It's him and his wife. That's it. Because I'm a normal person, was like, well, surely I'm not going to start watching my show on their profile. So I went in and created a whole separate profile. But
Sure.
again, maybe even beyond a normal person, I'm like, well, I'm not going to just create a profile for me. I'm going to make them a guest's profile. So here's a profile called guest. And when you give
Oh
your
my
password
God.
out to people, you log them into the guest one and be like, watch whatever the fuck you want.
I like what you're getting at. This
That's
is
wild.
this is reasonable. Yeah.
Like, why? How do other people not think like that?
Yeah. See, that's why I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's an alternate reality where Mahoney and I are beautifully in love and only do what we want to do, and we're married for 25 years.
Unfortunately, it's the Last of Us reality. It's really terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, and again, I know that's fucking insane, but I can't help it.
I thought the end of your story was going to be that your brother complained that you created a guest account.
No, one time though, he did text me because I think I logged into it in like Maryland or something. He was like, "Hey, did you log into this from Maryland?" And I was like, "Do you actually monitor that? Who gives a shit?" Like, first of all, you know I'm in Maryland, so like, what do you think? And
Yeah.
second of all, what if I didn't? What if it was some random person? Who cares?
That
Let
happened.
Let him watch fucking 30 Rock.
That happened to
Well,
us,
I
and
did
it
get
was
a
Peacock
notification
too.
one time. It was like I think it was Netflix sent me a thing like, "Hey, did you just log in from Bangladesh?" And I was like, "Sure the fuck didn't, Netflix lock that shit down."
Mhm. Yeah, it was Peacock. We were borrowing my parents' Peacock, and I logged in for a WrestleMania for the first time in probably a year. And I get a text from my dad says, "Hey, I just got a notification that somebody logged into the Peacock from Ocala, which is like maybe an hour and a half from here, Ocala, Florida."
Yeah.
And he
Okay,
says,
that's clearly you though. Come on.
he says, so I'm gonna change the password. I'm like, no. That's probably talking about me. I just logged in so I could watch WrestleMania. He's like, just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and change it.
Oh my god.
And then I log in again. And he's like, oh, yep, that was you. That was you. Whoops.
Unreal.
But yeah, I know I'm a lunatic, but I just feel like I'm not alone on that one.
No, you are a lunatic about many things, but this is very reasonable.
Okay,
It's-
good.
As far back as this was like we this was on TiVo. We had recorded like no, it was Survivor. It was an episode of Survivor back in the DVR days. We had recorded it, and then we were out of town, and Lisa's mom was watching the house.
Oh, no.
And we came home,
Marie.
and we're like, let's turn on this episode of Survivor and watch it. And we hit play, and it's fucking at the point of the episode where he's like,
The tribe
the
is
jury
spoken.
is spoken. The tribe is
No.
spoken, and he puts out her flame. And I'm like, it's not even the fucking end of the episode. She like literally got it to the point of like, this is what happens. Hit pause and was like, I'll come back to this later. Like, you're 90 seconds away from the end. What pulled you away? Was the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. And that, I think, was the moment where I was like, everything needs to be separate. Everything should be separate.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh, god damn
It's
it.
unreal.
So now all my fucking algorithms are like, hey, do you want to watch this ridiculous preschool programming? And then I just
Oh.
fucking no! God damn it, I don't want to watch Bluey.
You should watch Bluey, though.
Yeah, I have heard that's not bad, I've heard. So-
Bluey's amazing.
but it's just-
Bluey is definitely a parent show that looks like a children's show.
But now it's like it's trying to it keeps wanting me to watch those Allegiant movies because someone fucking watched an Allegiant movie
no.
on my profile, and I'm like, I don't fucking want to see those. Leave me alone.
They didn't even finish those.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
I don't
were
think-
supposed to be 3 or 4 of them. They made like 2, and then they were like, oh, well. Like,
Yeah, shit's wild. It's fucking nuts. So that's my fucking that's grinding my gears, nice. There you go.
No,
Right,
you're
right,
you're
yes.
100% in the right. I feel like you could have covertly changed the password and just been like, "Oh, they told me I needed to update it, so sorry."
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, these motherfuckers got one more chance.
Mm-hmm,
And then it's like, no, it's $8. Get your own.
yeah. The next time up, just be like, oh, shit, they sent an email that said we can't share the account anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. Yeah, no.
You can fake an email.
Please. I think a lot worse than that.
Lee over there faking orgasms. Squeezing a Go-Gurt. Cole's like, you been eating a lot of strawberry banana?
One fruit, the strawberry banana. No, I used to make IDs back in the day, but that was a long time ago. I would never do that.
Yeah, you can't fake an email using fucking like old-fashioned X-Acto knife photo cropping equipment. You have to get a little more high tech.
Don't
I used
worry.
to do that with report cards.
It's fine. I don't want to remove the magic, you guys. But all those emails Bobby used to send, those weren't real.
What? You
What?
bite your tongue.
Next, you're gonna tell me that you were Larry Potter.
Every funny thing Bobby ever said was actually me. We never figured
Wait.
out who Larry Potter was.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, was he
Kelly.
Larry Potter?
When was Larry Potter?
I still
No,
think
who-
he is Larry Potter.
Is Mahoney Larry Potter?
I have
How many
always
years ago
assumed
was Larry
Mahoney was
Potter?
Larry Potter
Hang on. Let's find out how old Larry Potter is.
because every Larry Potter tweet has a voice, but I can imagine Mahoney saying the voice.
See, and I've had people say that they think I am because I am literally the voice of Larry Potter. So someone was like, I thought it was you. I'm like, no.
The last Larry Potter tweet was October 13th, 2015. Yo,
Gone too
why the
soon.
fuck I can't get pizza delivery in the ocean? Gotta go live underwater with the mermaids and dolphins and shit haters.
Come on. That is a Mahoney joint right there.
I feel like Mahoney would have taken credit for it by now because it is brilliant work.
Or do you think, what year is it, 2023? Or do you think, Kelly, that for 8 years I would have refused to acknowledge whether or not I was or was not Larry Potter?
All right.
I don't know.
Yo, why the fuck there not no jokes about golf?
Right? Why aren't there?
Here's the, yo, why the fuck carrots is orange but don't taste like orange? The fuck your problem, haters?
Classic. Oh, drop a link, homie. Don't make
hang
me
on.
search
Let me
for
get
it.
the link. This one. Yeah, where'd it go? Yo, why the fuck it feels so good to do the shits, but chicks not be doing it in the butts? Share.
Oh, that must be an old tweet because apparently chicks be doing it in the butts these days.
Well, yeah, this is 8 years ago.
Yeah. The world has changed.
Hang on.
Yo, why the fuck my pee hole got little bugs sneaky out of it?
Kerouac.
Okay, there you go. That's connected to a Mahoney bit, too.
That was a Kelly bit. The bugs in the foreskin.
No. The ants in your pee hole.
That is true. I think Larry Potter asked that question. If I recall.
Real Angela Lansbury shit happening over here right now. We're like,
Yo, why the fuck there's so many white guys on Wisconsin?
So, joined February
Now, see,
2014.
that makes me think it's not Mahoney because I don't think Mahoney pays attention to college basketball.
So, apparently Kelly knows it was about college basketball.
Because what else are you talking about for Wisconsin?
Yo, why the fuck there 2 Dakotas? The fuck's so different about you haters? Yo, why the fuck Baby Monkey's so fucking small?
so if you are unfamiliar, this is like so these are old bits. Larry Potter was a guy who used to tweet and or email at us, and to this day, no one has claimed responsibility for the aforementioned tweets or emails. It's a little mystery we got going on.
Yo, why the fuck they don't make movies about bitches getting stung by bees?
Yep. They do, though.
Yo, why the fuck they bringing Coach back when we still ain't got no green light on a Suddenly Susan show about her fucking?
Man, I watched both
That's
of
a
them
long
shows.
one.
I watched both
This
of
is a
them.
long one.
Fucking Coach and Suddenly Susan. Remember back in the day
Yo,
when
why
there
the
was...
fuck Lemony Snicket not just have Boba Fett beam his heart up? What does that one even mean?
That's just word salad.
I haven't even found that one.
That was from February 23rd, 2015.
Oh, wow, I'm way past that.
Yo, why the fuck can I find no fan fiction about Mulder and Scully sharing a hot dog or a dick or some shit?
Oh, Larry Potter.
So it was a momentous day in these United States as
This one just says, "Yo, why the fuck nipples?"
fucking the president got indicated today, you guys.
Oh, well, he was indicated Friday. He got harangued today.
Yeah, he got arranged today.
Yeah.
Yeah, they indicated him last week.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yo,
so
why the
president.
fuck cats don't find dumber cats to lick their butthole instead of licking that shit themselves?
At Larry Potter. At the Larry Potter on Twitter.
Yo, why the fuck my Christmas tree never got no cartoon animals living in it to pop out and be my best friend and shit? Haters.
Haters. Y'all haters.
Yo,
there's-
why the fuck these dogs not be leaving my peanut butter alone? Got that shit all up in my butthole for a reason.
Okay, this one is about Chris Jericho, so I don't think it's a Mahoney.
I saw that
Yeah.
one too. And yeah,
Chris Jericho.
it shattered my worldview.
Yeah, yo, why the fuck Jericho not singing Mary Had a Little Lamb or Shake It Off or some shit?
So, a wrestling
Yo.
fan.
Yo, why the fuck snakes born with legs if they all just gonna fall off? Fucking stupid.
That's not true.
Oh,
Yo, why the
God.
fuck none of these butts taste like hot dogs?
Mahoney and Kelly are just fucking going through retweeting Larry Potter. One retweet or two retweets apiece, so they're still neck and neck as to who the fuck is Larry Potter.
I wish I was Larry Potter.
Maybe in the 10-year anniversary we'll find out.
10-year anniversary of Larry Potter?
Yeah. That's next year.
I'm gonna fucking haul up Netflix and be like, we need to get the Unsolved Mysteries gang on this.
Alright, maybe Larry Potter is Lee. Yo, why the fuck horses always just stand there with their stupid fucking faces? Yo, why the fuck there no one never protests against the Burger King? I don't want no fucking pickles, fucking tyrant.
This one says, yo, why the fuck people ignore when a horse whip out a giant horse dick, but I gotta stop pissing out my window. Fuck your horse haters. Unreal. Why the fuck these cosplayers don't dress up like a person who's not a dickhole?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a Mahoney joint.
Yo, why the fuck these bitches think they can hula hoop better than me? These fucking hips don't lie, haters.
Oh my god.
Oh, that got me. Oh. Oh god, that would hurt. Okay.
Oh, Juggalo John in the chat says that my money was that it was Gavin.
Oh.
That's entirely possible.
That could be.
Just like a 1 year Gavin bit.
Yeah.
Could be. Could be.
Gavin moving to Texas. Gonna whip all them pussies into shape.
Is he really?
Oh my god. They're not ready. They're not ready at all.
So why the fuck nobody never build a tree fort on a giraffe?
Yo, why the fuck people be buying swords still? It's not fucking 1876 anymore, haters.
Yeah, see, I can hear these in Gavin's voice.
Mhm.
Sure. Could be. Could be. Put him on the
Yo,
board.
Why the fuck
Get some
Papa
yarn.
John's won't make me a chicken burrito? You got chicken and dough and lettuce and shit.
Yo, why the fuck can't I find no down blouse pics of fucking Betty Boop trying to make a birthday card, haters?
Oh.
Well, I gotta check that out.
Yo, why the fuck mermaids worried about covering their nips with shells and shit? They're no fucking kids in the ocean.
Yo, why the fuck people like watching basketball? Do they not know about Netflix or some shit?
Oh my god.
There are no down blast pics of Betty Boop.
That's fucking hilarious. You're like, there's gotta be, son of a
gotta
bitch. Look at that.
Oh my
Oh god.
That's vibes.
Now I got a headache.
Larry
That is
Potter
vibes.
knew about vibes.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
Genius.
Ahead of his time.
Yo, why the fuck old dudes keep taking Viagra? They think it's gonna make those old ladies any hotter or some shit.
Yo, why the fuck
Oh
the
my-
pizza delivery guy never down to fuck? Yo, why the fuck dogs always be doing their shits outside? Fucking Bobby De Niro trained a cat to do his shits in the toilet, haters.
Bobby De Niro.
Oh,
Good old Punchy.
Amazing.
goddamn.
I thought about doing a second version of the Trump nickname game, but this is way more fun.
Oh, so good.
This is
Oh, he's
another
gonna-
this is a lead possibility tweet. Yo, why the fuck I spend so much time with these fucking dogs today? Fuck these little woof woofs, haters.
I just caught up to you.
That does sound like something I would say. Like, I think this is how we find out that the real Larry Potter was inside of us all along. Yeah, I was thinking today about how fucking Trump's gonna have a whole brand new set of nicknames by the time this shit's over with.
Oh,
yeah.
I bet.
He was his speech at Mar-a-Lago was real weak sauce. Like he did
Really?
low energy Don, I called him. And like he spent maybe one or two sentences on this case, but then started listing off all of his other cases that he's got going on.
Oof.
Yeah.
Weird flex.
It was pretty embarrassing. And you know, he's got
Who
all
it
of his he's got Carrie Lake, the loser from Arizona, and the My Pillow guy there simping for him. His ugly ass son just chuckling it up in the front row.
I think it was nope, never mind. It's gone. It's completely gone. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. He's got nothing to say.
Yeah.
He's all done.
Yeah, speaking of Trump.
Speaking of Trump. But yeah. No,
Oh,
it's,
well, my point was, I don't know why I thought of it, but he definitely said some coded language about the black district attorney and attorney generals. I believe he called them both animals at one point.
Oh, that's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Real cool. Yeah, I think it was. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
I
he
don't remember
said
which one of those
reverse racists.
reverse.
He called them
Whoa.
racist. He
right.
called them racist in reverse. That's what he said.
That's my favorite part of that is that he's implying that it's only cool if whites do racism.
Right. Like,
Like, otherwise, it's not even
that's
real
not
racism.
fair.
It's reverse racism.
Yeah. That's reverse racist. Not cool, man.
Oh God! But it was one of those shitty women fucking Republicans. It might have been Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't remember who it was.
Yes, who
One
was
of them
getting
like-
booed.
that was today when fucking Michael Rappaport booed her out of the fucking state.
That was amazing.
But one day last week, she was like, if they could prosecute him for his crimes, they could prosecute any of us for our crimes.
Right.
And it's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's how it's meant to be.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah.
You said the quiet part out loud, you dummy.
Tucker
That was one of
Carlson's
the
argument
TikToks
tonight
that went
was
viral.
it's not like he did a drug fueled murder spree. This is just some, campaign funds. No big
okay.
deal.
It's not like he had emails.
One of the TikToks that went viral was one of those ones where the people, the guy plays like two different characters having a conversation with each other, and it's like, well, that's it. If you're going to indict our guy, we're going after Bill Clinton. And it's like, okay,
All right.
Yeah, all right.
go get him. Like, we don't give a shit.
Have
If you
fun.
got a crime you can indict Bill Clinton for, go get him. Like, do it.
I mean, just some of these people are just not good at fucking critical thinking. It's the
Nope.
that's the crux of it. So much of this shit just comes down to, oh, you don't think well.
I think
That's the problem.
short of like like one of you or like someone in the family, like, why are you mad if anyone's getting charged with a crime? Like these Johnny Depp weirdos that like,
Yeah.
just move a lot. Like fucking
Yeah.
Kang might go to jail. I'm not like, oh no, we gotta take
Yeah.
to the streets.
Kang did go to
Yeah.
jail.
Well, no, but I meant longer than like
A couple
overnight.
hours.
Yeah, it is pretty wild how that kind of got swept under the rug real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, it was probably because of Trump. Like, Trump
Probably.
overtook the headlines.
Yeah.
Although I did like that after, like the next day, the army was like, well, I got to pull these ads. We don't want people associating the army with
Violence.
violence.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid.
Like, don't want to send the wrong message here.
The police were like, what's he do? Beat up women? Can we have him in our ads? Because cops like to beat up their wives.
Yeah.
Google it.
It's statistically significant.
It's scientifically proven. You can call them for help if you want, but if they're busy beating their wife, they might not come.
You think that's the first day of, like, police academy? Is like, all right, so you're here to serve and protect, but what you're really here for is to abuse minorities and then go home and beat your wife. Let's tell you how
No,
to
I
do
think
that.
what happens is you get arrested for beating your wife, and when they get you to the police station, they're like, proud of you,
Yeah.
and they give you your badge.
Instead of, like, a prison uniform, it's just a
Yeah.
police uniform. Like, great
Yeah.
job.
It sounds like you've got a higher calling.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus. So yeah, no electronic devices allowed in the courtroom for Trump's thing, which is kind of bullshit. All he loves, the motherfucker puts everything online. So you think he would love having cameras in there?
Right.
Maybe
maybe
he's
the-
like the brother on fucking becoming what's that thing? What's the Breaking Bad prequel?
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. Yeah, he's the brother on that. That's what's going on.
Well, there was a photographer that took like one or two pictures, but yeah, no video cameras, nothing like that. But they did have
and also
sketch
like what they
artists.
said, they didn't mugshot him, which I think is kind of bullshit. Like you don't want to do the fucking perp walk thing because of security purposes. I guess fine, but like everyone gets a fucking mugshot. Like at this point, he's a private citizen. Fuck off. Come on.
okay, yes.
Put him in the goddamn book.
But check this out. Let me ask this question. Do you think Donald Trump has a ID or a driver's license?
No.
He better.
I
He
don't.
fucking voted.
Well, he might have an ID, but I doubt he has a driver's license because I don't think he drives.
All right, well, if he's got an ID, they could look at his ID and be like, all right, we could use this for our file for this guy. We don't need to take another picture. He looks exactly the same, and that is well. And also, the mugshot is so that you can, find the person if they need to be found. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna have a hard time recognizing Donald Trump.
Yeah, it would be really embarrassing though, and I would have liked it.
One of those things. I agree. I wish that there was, like they took Tiger Woods' mugshot.
Right.
Everybody knows who Tiger Woods is.
Mhm.
But I guess I don't really have any context for like. I don't know how often. Like, does everyone have a mugshot? Do only some people? Like, I have no idea. Like, I've never even considered
Well,
it.
I mean, also consider that rich people have different rules than
right.
regular people.
Yeah.
Also, presidents.
Right.
So
For all I know, like only 60% of people even get a mugshot. I have no idea. Like, who knows?
do you really need to take the mugshot of the guy that probably has a portrait on the wall in the hallway of this courthouse?
I would say yes, because fuck that guy. I see
But
your
also,
point.
Lee,
I
consider
see your point.
he would have also used it to his benefit.
That's true.
Yeah.
He would have
He
hated
would've
it,
been selling it.
but he would have monetized it.
He would
I was
have that
thinking the
shit
other
on
day.
a shirt within seconds.
Yep.
I was thinking the other day about like if this does go to trial, which I guess it is if the grand jury's got this far with it, like how is he supposed to get an unbiased jury? I mean, because like I think it's safe to say one of, if not the most divisive figure in American history, certainly today. Like how the
Yeah.
fuck is he supposed to get 12 unbiased peers to look over this? It's gonna be. It's never going to go to trial. He's going to have.
I
fucking
saw the
lawyers
whole
tap dance
breakdown on the
this shit for
charges,
years.
and I don't like your chances of any of it going to trial.
Yeah, his lawyers are going to fucking tap dance all over it.
The like statute of limitations on the charges that he's charged with is 5 years. It's like 8 years past, but it's like, well, it doesn't matter because it pauses if he leaves New York. But like all he has to do is prove that he like visited New York over the span of those 8 years, and like there's no way he can't prove that. And then it's like it's state stuff used in a federal thing, so they're using like the federal stuff to make it a felony instead of a misdemeanor. And it's like, well, I don't think you can use federal stuff to make a state felony. Like, so like
Yeah,
even the TikTok
yeah.
lawyers were like, this all feels like a real stretch here.
Yeah,
So we'll
real
see.
cool.
I think it will
I mean,
fizzle out
it
just
could
like his impeachment and
probably.
everything else.
They committed so many crimes, and like we watched it happen, which is the craziest thing. Like
It's just so
it's
obnoxious
something-
to be like, oh, didn't find my crimes fast enough. Sucks
you know,
to be you.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
oh,
part of the
commit
argument
crime,
against
you
the
know?
statute of limitations is that you can't indict a sitting president, so they waited until he was no longer a sitting president. So it was kind of like they unpaused it at that point. And was there also a pause on statute of limitations because of COVID?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, there was the thing in New York where it was something where like women were given like you have a set amount of time if you had something bad happen to you that you didn't feel comfortable about coming forward in the past bunch of years.
Right.
Now is the time. So maybe it's related to that.
Who knows, man? Who knows if any of this will ever stick? His 4 different cases he's got looming over his head right now. But it does. At least he's having to jump through hoops, and I do appreciate that. He's gonna die miserable. Flying to one of his many cases.
Yeah, so that's gonna be kind of rad. I like that. That's good. The real kick-ass police courtroom sketches from this nonsense.
Yeah, they're
they're
all
very
very
well done.
varying in style, and it's just like these should be. I mean, they are historical record, but we're gonna see these things for the rest of our lives.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Unless they make better ones with one of his other cases. But yeah, what if one is, him being let out in fucking handcuffs?
Put him in the fucking jumpsuit.
Yeah. Put it in the Louvre.
So
Good
Kelly
shit.
watched 700 wrestling matches this weekend.
No, just 111.
That is so much.
Wow.
So much.
Yeah, I did the math. And it's a little higher than that probably, but there is a couple things I disqualified just because either I wasn't fully paying attention or they were like really quick little spur of the moment matches. I was like, I don't know about that, if that counts. But I like the 111 number.
Oh no, I was muted. You said there was stuff you disqualified, and I said, is it because it didn't count as wrestling because there was full penetration?
No, well, I mean, it got real close with the pheromones matches.
Oh.
They did have to call a no contest on their first match of the weekend and throw a robe on the big guy because he took off all of his clothes.
Oh.
Anybody get cream pied all over them?
No. No.
Almost talked about that.
Almost forgot when Nyes was like, I don't know what a cream pie is.
I mean, I guess I didn't. I always thought it was like where you don't finish completely inside, but like near the outside, so then you can see the cream filling. I thought it was more of a outside application than an inside application.
You couldn't have been more
wrong. One of the
wrong,
most
as it
shocking
turns out.
discoveries of my life.
I guess. Mahoney over here saying you are an expert on porn. I'm like, what?
Respectfully.
What do you mean I'm an expert? Well, show your
You're
work.
an expert.
Show your work.
Okay. It takes 10,000 hours to be an expert at something. Do the math.
No, I don't think even over my 25 years, let's say 30 years of masturbation, I do not believe it has reached 10,000 hours.
All right, hang on. So,
Of porn? No.
30 years divided by 365. No, times 365.
So
that's 10,950 days. So an hour of porn a day.
no. What the fuck?
Every single day.
I'm
Well,
sorry,
not
sir.
every day, like
I'm
on
sorry,
average.
sir.
You know,
At
some
most-
days it's 3 hours of
No.
porn.
At most 5 minutes a day.
5 minutes.
Who needs to watch 2 hours worth of porn?
Romance yourself, sir.
I romance myself just fine. I have
do you?
no complaints. Don't want to hear them. Wouldn't listen if I got them. Okay, so are you an expert in porn?
No, not for an hour a day.
Oh, whoa. But why am I the fucking habitual masturbator?
Listen, I was not implying that you're a habitual masturbator.
No.
Implying that you are learned in the
Okay,
ways of porn.
Okay, you're saying I'm addicted to pornography.
I'm not saying you're addicted. I'm saying you're familiar.
You're
and
saying
you are educated.
I've watched an hour of porn a day for 30
Well, that's
years.
just where the bit has gone. That's not where I was coming from originally.
Haley,
but-
you remember that time that Nyes didn't know who Riley Reid was?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jose got very upset with him.
I
Yeah.
continually don't know any of these people's names. The only reason I know their names for wrestler or porn star is because I look them up on Pornhub, like the top 100.
Well, unlike, like, honestly, Jose knowing all their names, that's the weird thing.
Okay.
Like, who
Okay,
knows
well,
that many porn star names?
I'm sorry. Well, in a
like
group chat where Jose exists, don't call me an expert.
Sorry that I consider you to be above and to be outperforming the norm in all categories
Now,
of life.
I am a novice. It gets done.
He holds you to a certain standard, Nyes.
I know
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 porn star names at any given time.
Listen, there's two things that I thought. One, I thought you could beat the shit out of a bear. And 2, I thought you knew what a cream pie was. Apparently, I was wrong about both.
No.
Fucking let him down, man. Let him down. Jesus Christ.
10,000 hours. 10,000 hours.
Okay, but then when we did the math, it's not that far off. Another couple years, we'll be there.
Okay, if you really want to do the math, you're talking, let's say, 15 minutes, 3 times a week for 30 years. And that's
15 minutes,
real
3 times
generous.
a week for 30 years.
That's real generous.
All right, first of all, no wonder you're so stressed.
What do you mean stressed?
Listen to yourself. What do you mean? What do I mean?
I mean, I'm just defending myself from being called a porn addict.
All right, so 15 times 3 is 45 times 52 weeks in a year. That's 2,340 minutes. Divided by 60, that's 39 times 30 years. So you're only at 1,170 hours.
All right, I like those numbers.
Market internet, Jason Nyes, absolute rookie, far away from being an expert on porn.
Thank you.
You'll be lucky if he knows what a circumcision is.
No, I do. I got one.
Oh, there you go.
I
down at the
feel
corner
like
store.
I feel like they took too much off.
Well, they can stretch it back out if you
What a
just
time.
hang a weight from it.
No, that's just the skin.
You use a binder clip and a 5-pound.
No, I've seen that. I've seen that with the
bell.
guys with the elephant trunk. No, thank you.
Kettlebell. Yeah. Boom, fixed it.
Totally normal behavior.
Yep.
Then you can fill it up with water like an elephant trunk.
Oh no. So WrestleMania weekend.
Lee, would you rather go in the ocean or be sprayed by a bunch of water out of somebody's foreskin?
But it's ocean water.
Oh, God.
Listen, the water's salty. We're not entirely sure why.
They dunk it in the ocean and just.
This is the point where Kristen turns us off.
I think that's being generous that you think that
Yeah, she made
we're
it
hanging
this
on
far.
past this. Oh, Christ.
So what everyone watched for WrestleMania weekend?
Well, I watched.
Fortnite.
We ordered.
Yeah, I watched last week's Dynamite.
We ordered Supercard of Honor, and we watched
Good
that
show.
in 2 halves essentially. Watched Rampage from Friday, and then we watched 2 nights of WrestleMania. One which was really good, but
Yeah.
besides the hours of WWE bullshit that you got to sit through. Had a lot of good matches, a lot of cool finishes. Everybody went home happy, and then Vince McMahon said, "I'm back."
He sure did.
I've been
Vincenzo
thinking.
McMahon though is back.
I've been thinking today because was it you, Kelly, that shared something about this was the plan all along? Like this went into motion years ago. So
Well, my theory is at this point now, because it's like fucking there's no one to beat Roman, that they want him to break Bruno's record, so he's gonna have this belt for like 5 more years.
oh God.
Yeah, that's at this point. 'Cause
Really?
I don't know what you do. I have no idea what else you do at this point. You beat 2 guys that were just right in a row,
Red hot.
made men.
Yeah.
Could have easily won the title off of Roman, and they're just like, nah. And there's no one else.
Now, see, my theory is that this was because Vince hired Cody. This was not
Yeah.
the Triple H era. Vince hired Cody and signed him to a big contract. But I feel like this was the plan all along to bury him in the main event of WrestleMania in retaliation for all of AEW and also for like just getting the fans back. Remember that period from like 2010 to 2015 where it really felt like WWE programming was malicious towards its fans? Like maybe they've been building up goodwill for the past few years leading up to the sale, and then he sold it and his first instinct was fuck y'all. Fuck these kids.
Yeah. Well, it kind of goes to the whole what they like to do is break people down and build them back up. So it's like, all right, I guess we're gonna break Cody down so you can build him back up. But I don't know if he comes back. He's not gonna be anywhere near as hot as he is now. It's just not gonna happen.
He was already broken down. He left.
Yeah.
He was going nowhere. He left, made a name for himself, came back, and on his way to WrestleMania, got a fucking pectoral injury that kept him out for months. He's had his adversity. If you're not going to do it, why even bother?
But this is the adversity they put in front of him. The other adversity, that was just
that was God. We don't we don't take care of kindly to that.
Yeah.
I did not watch Raw last night, but it was something.
It sounded like a shit show.
It has been a while since I've seen Twitter unanimous and just overwhelmingly angry about an episode of WWE television.
It's been a while since I've seen anyone just discuss Raw.
Yeah, well, that too. Mahoney, I know you ask, why do you watch this if you hate it so much?
It's true.
But, okay, look at it in the perspective of, like, a sports fan.
Okay.
Like, somebody who's been a Cleveland Indians fan their whole life. I know.
No one. That's no one.
Well, I mean, there are Cleveland Indian fans, you know.
Yeah,
totally.
First, well, number one, that team doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Yes, that's true.
I don't even know what they're called now.
They're the Guardians.
I don't even know what they're called
I'm pretty
because
sure
no one gives a shit about that team.
But, like, if you're a fan of a shitty sports team, it sucks that they lose all the time. And it sucks seeing, like, bad front office moves or, you know, players doing bad or whatever. It sucks, but, like, you're invested. You're a sports fan of this team. You're with it through the thick and the thin. Now, I would not consider myself thick and thin for WWE, but there are people that work there that wrestle that I enjoy and I would like to see wrestle. So sometimes you gotta sit through the WWE bullshit to see some good shit. Like that.
Yeah, you gotta pop them on every now and then when you think they might win.
Yes. Or do something awful.
Catastrophically
like
stupid.
Yeah, like that Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
Yeah. But then on night 2, sometimes you get good matches like the fucking Intercontinental title match where they just went out there
about to bring that
beat
up.
The fuck out of each other, and that was my favorite match of the entire weekend.
That felt like a Pontchartrain 11 at night match.
It was old Walter back.
Yeah.
Just Walter, Drew, and Sheamus just all wailing on each other for however long it was.
Some hosses, man.
Oh,
boy. Walter, Drew, and Sheamus?
Lee, you need to seek this one out. If of anything at WrestleMania, seek that out.
It was real good.
I saw that Abyss was the producer on that match, and that tracks.
Yeah. Probably just told them go out there and hit each other for 20 minutes. Like, okay, boss.
Well, like, I can imagine that Drew and Walter had this match on the Indies at some point. You just add Sheamus to the mix.
Yeah.
It's a little more beef.
Especially if it was Drew wanting to have one last good match in WWE, as seemingly appears to be.
He stole the show.
Yeah.
That match. Well,
yeah, no, that match was killer. That was my favorite match of the whole weekend.
Of WWE or everything?
Overall.
You watched?
Everything.
All 111 in a WWE match is number one.
I'm as shocked as you are.
See, Mahoney, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, sometimes you got to sit through the garbage of WWE just to see some shit that you might like. And
Okay. We'll keep that same energy for all 75 seasons of The Walking Dead, Kelly.
Ugh. No, Walking Dead is bad enough that I dropped after 2 seasons. Once I got through season 2, I'm like, oh, there just aren't high points in this show. Just always bad. Yeah, the what else? The Ring of Honor pay-per-view, I thought that was a really good show. A lot of good stuff. That was probably the best show of the weekend overall.
From a wrestling standpoint, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you had Vikingo versus Commander, which was insane.
Yes.
That just sounds insane on paper, man.
Sounds
That
like
sounds
Eternals
fucking nuts.
2.
There were
had
so many highlights in that match. They couldn't fit them all into the highlight package at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, the ladder match was like that too. Just insane shit happening all the time for 20 minutes or whatever.
Oh, that fucking poor Dante Martin, man.
I know. That was such a bad break. Like, it from right now it sounds like it was just a break and not like
A tear.
just not ripping up any of his muscles, so that's good because he's still young, so that should heal up fast enough. And
It is nuts to me how his foot was turned completely backwards.
Oh yeah.
Because it just doesn't make sense to me because he's got socks on, most likely. He's got wrestling boots, and then he's got kick pads.
Kick pads on
then
top, yeah.
still your foot is turned the other direction? Like,
Yeah, it's just, I guess, like the velocity of how he hit. And just,
Yeah. Like, that's one of those where it's like, yeah, that was going to happen.
yeah, and
Period.
physics
Like,
is just
that
like,
was
we gotta
gonna
spin
happen.
this shit around. Yeah,
I would
that was
have,
gross.
it makes sense that Lucha Bros won because of their relationship with the Briscoes, but I thought this was the opportunity to give it to Top Flight. And
Yeah.
But I do not think that was the plan.
No, I thought the Kingdom might win.
Oh, so fucking Penta and Phoenix are champs?
Yeah,
Champs? Them champs?
Ring of
Nice.
Honor tag champs.
Nice.
Newly minted belts. They let Mark keep the old ones.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, really good match. Lee, you should probably actually just watch the whole Ring of Honor show. It was
Sounds like it, really.
pretty much because that was great. The Samoa Joe versus Mark Briscoe TV title match was fantastic.
Yeah. I
The
was
pure title match was great, and
I was-
the main event was incredible too.
I was
That was
disappointed.
what, Claudio and Eddie, yeah?
Yeah,
I was definitely disappointed that Mark Briscoe didn't win, but I get it if they're gonna finish the story eventually.
yeah, and it makes sense. So it'll be more like you earned this rather than, hey,
Yeah.
sorry, your brother died.
Pity title.
Yeah, so I think this works better.
Let's do it. Run it back.
Yep. Yeah, that was great. What other shows are really good
I do
this
think
weekend?
it's funny now in retrospect that Ring of Honor has a TV title, but they don't technically have a TV show.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good
Yeah.
observation. like, what are you going to do?
What else is good from the weekend? There was GCW's World on Lucha show, and that was just a bunch of luchadors having a bunch of cool matches. I had 4 matches of the 7, I think I had it above 4 stars or above.
Damn, dude.
Really, yeah, fun show. Main evented by Vikingo versus Laredo Kid.
This fucking
And
Vikingo, man.
He had an incredible weekend. He had that match against Laredo Kid on World on Lucha. He had a AAA Mega Title match on the WrestleCon Super Show in a 3-way against Black Taurus and Commander. That was awesome. What else do I have him down for? He had a match against Mike Bailey on Spring Break. That was really good. think that's it that I haven't noted down.
In retrospect, I do think it's good that Janela went back to GCW because
Yes.
he's got free reign there. Like, he's basically the booker, and he can do whatever he wants, and he doesn't have to be stuck on Dark.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think he's better off there.
But hey, there's always that opportunity for crossover.
Oh, yeah.
Make GCW the ECW analog,
Yeah.
and if they have a big show coming up, bring a few in, have them fucking wrestle the AEW or the Ring of Honor guys. Forbidden Door, fuck it. At some point, Forbidden Door just needs to be like a WrestleMania weekend super show type deal with
just a fucking
everybody.
Cool. Avengers of Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yep.
That Ring of Honor show was very Forbidden Door-esque, I feel. I feel we're going to see a lot of those same people.
I think so. Yeah, GCW had a really good weekend. I liked Bloodsport a lot. The two highlights of that was Kota Ibushi versus Mike Bailey. That was Ibushi's first match in like 2 years.
What?
Really?
Yeah. He got really hurt, and then he had the contract disputes with New Japan. And so he's finally out of there, and now he's free to do whatever he wants. So yeah, this was his first match in like 2 years.
That's not. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, he got really hurt in, I think it was some tournament finals, G1 or New Japan Cup, when he went for the Phoenix Splash, and when he landed, he just like severely dislocated his shoulder.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So he got hurt then, and then after that, then he got into some stuff with New Japan management, and that was a whole thing. And then also on that show was Jon Moxley versus Alex Coughlin in a really good match. Other than that, Bloodsport was kind of just okay. I thought Johnny Bloodsport was there, Lee. He had a good showing. Like, honestly, if he would just work that style more often, I would be way more interested in him, because that was a very fun match.
Man, he was in AEW for like a week and a half, huh?
Yeah. Nice little cup of coffee.
Oh, so what is fucking John Hennigan? He's Johnny Bloodsport over there?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm like, who the fuck is... Okay, I got it now.
That's a classic gimmick.
Yep.
So smart. Going back to Mania real quick, Jake from Australia in the chat mentions my young buff daughter, Rhea Ripley, finally getting that win over Charlotte Flair.
She did. And Charlotte looks like an entirely different human being from the last time I saw her.
Yeah.
She's been hitting the plastic surgery hard.
I don't know, man. We're all getting old. I enjoyed the match, but I did feel like it was weird how immediately after, and you know, this is a WWE bullshit thing, but Michael Cole was really selling the greatest, you know, WrestleMania championship match of all time. Like, really? Like, I thought that was a good match, but like,
some people are super high on that match, and I don't really get it. Like, I liked it just fine, but I don't see why people are so in love with it.
It's weird. It's like they drink the Kool-Aid. Just because Michael Cole says it, they're like, well, you know, he did say it.
Yeah.
What a fucking dork.
I mean, you see some fucking wild shit on AEW, but at no point do any of the announcers go like, this is unequivocally the greatest match we have ever seen in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
No, they'll say something like, you know, like, I think after the Vikingo Kenny match, they're like, this might be the best match we've ever had on Dynamite. And I think that's a very fair thing to say.
Right.
You know, you can say shit like that. But you can't be like, in the history of the universe, this was it. Well, I mean, I guess you could do it, but you can't do it like every 6 months like Michael Cole, I assume.
Well, no, they did it every third match.
Oh, I
for
see.
2 nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just silly.
And it's those little things that you're like, oh yeah, Vince is back. Vince is back 100%.
You know, it's like, you know, if everything is awesome, then, you know, nothing is awesome.
Right. Well, they did that they tagged a match. They titled it the greatest wrestling match of all time between Randy Orton and Edge. Oh,
Yep.
let's talk about Brood Edge for a second.
Brood Edge.
That
Brood
is
Edge.
Vince for sure.
One of the worst,
All right.
like just everything that I hate about WWE was just encapsulated in that whole segment.
Lee,
All right, let's see here.
do
let's see
you
here.
know what we're talking about?
I'm looking it up right now. I mean, I know that Edge was in the Brood. I know
Okay.
that.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
see,
Oh, Jesus. It actually says Brood Edge.
Yeah.
so they
Oh.
just put up Brood Edge because just in case the dummies are too stupid to realize that we're referencing his old character.
Right. And besides
But also, he didn't look like this then.
right, besides
No.
coming up through the
Oh,
fire,
my God.
there was nothing Brood about it.
Did you get to the part with the wings, Lee?
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, the wings and the weird... The mask is kind of dope.
the mask is cool.
Yeah,
and
the
it
mask
hides
is
his
kind of
hair
dope.
that makes it look like he just glued a bunch of felt to his head.
I feel like the mask is more a Seth Rollins thing, though.
Yeah.
Not Brood Edge.
If I did not know this was Edge, I would have assumed it was like Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, you
just
can't...
So...
But just calling him Brood Edge is lame as fuck.
Yeah, because what other instance would you call someone like that? Because it's like if Hollywood
Nation of
Hogan,
Domination Rock.
yeah, if Hollywood Hogan came out, would you call him NWO Hollywood Hogan?
Yeah.
Probably.
And then
Wow, that's
besides
something.
the coming up through the fire, there was nothing Brood about it. They just wanted to hammer home the fact that Edge is going back to his darker vampire days to defeat the demon. And
Yeah.
the demon, I remember Finn Balor or previously Prince Devitt being one of the coolest things in wrestling. And boy, oh boy, was that some Bray Wyatt goofy school play bullshit.
I'm so over the demon shit. It looks the paint looks goofy now. Like the stupid ribbons coming out of his headpiece thing looks dumb. He did the weird color guard routine with the smoke sticks. Or whatever the
Yes.
fuck those were.
He kept like growling and snarling.
Yeah. And then they get to the ring and start having the Hell in a Cell match, and then there's color-coded weapons, where all the weapons are painted either red or purple.
Red for
Wait,
Brood
what?
Edge, purple for the demon Finn Balor.
Yep.
What?
Oh,
Yep.
sorry. Judgment Day's the demon Finn Balor. Or Judgment
Yeah.
Night. Is it Judgment Day?
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Judgment Day's the demon Finn Balor trademark.
Yeah. And just the one table had just the shittiest spray paint job you've ever seen.
So
Yeah.
all the weapons were colored, and so you could only like
No.
you have to use the red one's Brood Edge.
Everyone
No.
was just using whatever, and then it really bothered me when they were using things that weren't their color.
Right.
Well, what's the point of coloring them then?
Yeah, I know. And then
I
Finn
know.
Balor got cracked in the head with a ladder, and they had to stop the match so they could stop the bleeding.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can't have blood in a Hell in a Cell, Lee. We're not AEW over here. We're not all about that blood and guts.
I mean, to be fair, that was a pretty gnarly cut,
Sure.
but still.
It's WrestleMania. It's a Hell in
Yeah.
a Cell. And also,
that
like
is-
you said,
That's insane.
he was all painted up. Part of the paint was red. You couldn't tell what is blood and what is paint.
Well, probably until he hit the mat, then it probably became pretty obvious.
Oh yeah, he was a little drippy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before
that's
the
just so silly because like it's part of it. You know, like come on, man. That's lame as fuck.
talking about
Yeah.
bad WWE bullshit. Before the main event on night 2, Cody versus Roman.
Demon King versus Edge. it
I'm
says.
doing dishes, and all of a sudden they start playing Seth Rollins' entrance from night 1, and it even in the corner it's like WrestleMania night 1, or from previously on WrestleMania night 1 or whatever, and they played Seth Rollins' entire WrestleMania entrance which
And
was
that's because for the plebes like me that don't have the Premium Plus Peacock, we were just watching ads.
But see,
Really?
why
Yeah.
are there ads? I just don't understand why there's ad breaks in a show that's already just dripping with product placement. And okay, well, going back to that too,
we got to talk about the cereal match.
there was 40 minutes between the second to last match and the main event, including those.
Oh my
commercials there.
God.
40
There's a
minutes.
reason why Nice was doing dishes.
Yeah, 40
That's
minutes.
too much.
I think
Jesus.
it was the Hall of Fame bullshit, and then what was the Shane blowing his quad part of that too? I mean, that was technically a match.
Yes, that was in there too, I think.
I'm sure they did some of their patting themselves on the back for having 2 women wrestlers, a female referee, and a female ring announcer for the first time in 39 WrestleManias.
Yeah, I loved the Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio match, which this heated blood feud between father and son, sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So you had all of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch little like logo guys all over the ring barricades and stuff.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh yeah,
Well, yeah, they've got all the barricades and the ring posts are LCDs now. They're screens. So they changed it
Oh
all
my
to Cinnamon Toast
God.
Crunch branding for the entire father versus son match. This was after Logan Paul came out with somebody dressed as his energy drink bottle, and you're like, "Oh, this is
My God.
this is some real cringe product placement." But then the energy drink bottle got involved in the match, so it wasn't as cynical as I thought it was.
you know, it's actually funny that the one that like is supposed to be the heel cynical advertisement is nowhere near as bad as the actual product placement.
Right, because that very next match, they had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot come out there as Ray and Dom were entering the ring. And it didn't factor into the match at all.
Yeah, no, it was just there to remind you to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah. I gave him credit. I was like, oh,
That's
that wasn't just
absurd.
cynical product placement by Logan Paul's energy drink company. And they're like, hold my beer. Here comes Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man.
That's fucking wild, man.
Everything
like
was sponsored by something. It was
Yep.
TurboTax. It was Mountain Dew. Fucking...
That new Russell Crowe movie.
Yeah, was that Hell in a Cell was sponsored
That was
by
Hell in a Cell. Russell Crowe recorded like an intro video for Hell in a Cell.
promoting his movie The Last Exorcist. Yeah. Yeah.
all right.
They squeezed every last bit of ad revenue they could out of that show. So why are you
Yeah.
making people watch commercials, Peacock?
Yeah. Gotta get every last little drop.
Jake from Australia in the chat says that Saul Ruka from NXT was in the Cinemoji costume.
Amazing.
The fuck time is it in Australia?
It's got to be like fucking
Middle of the day?
10 in the morning.
Hey,
Night.
what time is it in Australia?
It's
Jake,
probably
what
like
time is it?
4 in the morning.
No, I'm thinking it's somewhere between 10 and noon.
Yeah, he's probably just
1:40 p.m.
1:40 p.m.
This is
Damn.
prime like going to work time or like doing stuff at work time.
Imagine being able to listen to the live podcast in the middle of your workday.
Yeah, he
Right.
says 1
What a
p.m.
fucking time to be
So
alive.
he must be in a different time zone in Australia than
Imagine-
when I pulled up.
Watching, you're sitting at work, listening to us debate if Nyes is an expert on porn.
And technically collecting a paycheck.
I feel like I presented my case well.
I think you sold me. I'm not sure you know what doggy style is.
Well, you know what? I've had
Yeah,
some issues.
it's when you cover your dick in peanut butter.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, it's when you are real hairy and you bark a lot.
Yeah, I only know the sex moves that we made up in middle school or on the Popcast that no one has ever actually done.
Well,
have you guys ever heard? Okay, so breaded shrimp came up, but that was after we went out to anniversary dinner with Jose and his lady, and she said something about shrimping. Have you guys ever heard the word shrimping in relation to like gross sex things?
no.
No.
Okay.
Shrimping is like soaking, isn't it?
What I heard, and this is, from another middle schooler, so probably not true, but this is what was going around when I was a kid. Shrimping is when you cream pie a girl and then grab a straw and you know what you do next.
What?
Oh no, not at all. Like what I thought it was.
What's the straw for?
I don't think that's real.
The straw is for cleaning up after yourself.
No, but like, yeah, strange.
So yeah, I brought that up at dinner. And then we talked about breaded shrimp.
When they brought the straws.
I don't know. For some reason, whenever we go to that restaurant, I get real wild.
Feral.
Yeah.
When Jose said water's for the table, you're like, let me tell you guys about some breaded shrimp.
Remember when we did a bit on the podcast, a long-running bit, where we were like, send in your funny sex move ideas. And then,
Boy, do I.
and then it wasn't until like a week or two later where we were like, hey, no more ideas that involve rape, please.
Yeah.
That was the pre-Kelly and Mahoney era.
You were listening, though.
Oh yeah.
Always.
What else? What else was there for Mania weekend? DDT had some good representation with some of the stuff with the GCW shows, and then Tokyo Joshi Pro ran a show that was a lot of fun. On Spring Break there was the Dream Match with the tag team of Maki Death Kill of Maki Ito and Nick Gage teaming up to face the team of Bussy.
Hell yeah.
Pussy.
Alley Catch, and FP. Bussy, not my favorite team, but goddamn, that match was a whole lot of fun.
I bet.
If
Nice.
I tell
know
you,
what pussy is?
Yeah, it's butt pussy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
know
checking.
I know what bussy is because I know what a bat calzussy is.
but the wildest thing about that match was that 3 of the 4 people in the match bled, and one of them was not Nick Gage.
That is kind of amazing.
That is Maki Ito blading. I think the second time I've ever seen someone from Tokyo Joshi bleed, which is insane. But you know what? She got her own fancy pizza cutter and put it to good use later in the match.
Nick Gage
Hell yeah.
gifted her a pizza cutter with a bow on it,
Yep. Adorable.
acting like a real
That is
proud
adorable.
dad.
Yeah, he was. Treating her like a nice little princess, helping her, holding her hand to let her, to lead her up to stand on chairs to pose for the crowd, holding the ropes open for her. It was very cute.
Real nice. Real fucking nice.
Yep.
You know who's not nice?
Marky Mark.
Rick Steiner.
Oh yeah, Rick
Oh,
Steiner,
that
not
fucking
nice.
guy.
I loved just the fucking reply guys being like, where's the proof? Okay, so catch everybody up. Rick Steiner, formerly of the Steiner Brothers. Formerly, like he's,
Oh, what happened
he's
to his
no
brother?
longer a brother.
Does his brother die?
No, his
was
brother
apparently
opened to Shoney's.
was apparently shouting anti-trans nonsense at a trans woman wrestler at WrestleCon.
So then his brother didn't die. I just wish he would die.
You're right. And then just the reply guys in the comments being like, where's the proof? Like, this is a room full of people. Where's the videotape? I need to see the videotape. And I have to stop myself from replying to reply guys all the time. And I don't do it often. It's just like, you really need video proof of this happening when you could just ask Rick Steiner and he'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, I told that bitch off. I told her she's
Like,
the man."
I fucking said that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like Rick Steiner would have been like, "Oh, my stars and garters. I would never say such a thing."
Yeah.
This
My
seems
favorite
like
response to that whole thing was Moose saying that he was glad he wasn't there because he would have caught an assault charge for slapping the shit out of that old man.
Yes. Did not expect Moose to be an ally.
Sometimes that big old dumb box of rocks is right.
Yeah.
Fucking wonderful.
Jake from Australia in the chat says that Rick Steiner is Braun Breaker's dad. Oh, yeah. And now it makes sense to why they changed his name.
Yeah.
They're like, we want you to remember that he's a Steiner, but we don't want to call him a Steiner for no certain reason.
Like, you'll find out. You'll find out. It's fine. You'll find out why. Fuck. It's
I saw-
vibes.
I saw somebody, I'm assuming a wrestler, responded to about Nyla Rose and Giselle, the trans woman that was yelled at by Rick Steiner. And this person was like, wow, I wrestled both Nyla Rose and Giselle. Did not realize they were men previously. That's cool. Good for them.
Yeah.
I was feeling around too. No, they didn't
Like,
say that.
I mean, how do you not? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you're all up there. You got to do it. You
Yeah.
know, it's like,
You have
How do you
your
not?
your partner's body in your literal hands.
fucking wild. Anything else? Or we gonna land this fucking bird? Because this was
Land
a
it.
quality.
I think we should land
broadcast.
it.
Let's land this fucking thing. So
I'm all vibed out.
Next
Yeah.
week, we might
I
do the
haven't
video
watched
game
wrestling in 2 days because I was just like, I can't. I did too much.
Same.
I overdosed.
I also haven't watched wrestling in 2 days.
Well, you got to watch 111 matches.
I'm not going to watch 111
I think
wrestling matches
you gotta. You
in
gotta
my
watch
whole
111.
fucking life.
No, you gotta do it.
I'm not going to watch 11.
You gotta watch 100. I know you're not gonna watch 11. You're gonna watch 111.
So what are we going to do next week for episode 626? Are we going to watch Lilo and Stitch?
yeah, clearly, yeah.
Pop topic. When did the aliens form a gay relationship?
Well, I think
See, I think those kids really love each other, and I don't know when it happened, but I did definitely happen.
I feel like Mary is the Lilo and Stitch expert in our home. It's one of her favorites. There is the part where both those two aliens, when they're trying to get Stitch, I believe they cross-dress at one point, and I think that might have been like the spark that ignited their love.
I'm just saying, I want to see a live-action Lilo and Stitch, but I don't want it to be focused on Lilo or Stitch. I want it to have all that happening in the background while we watch the story of those aliens falling in love.
That's a very good idea. And why don't they do that more often with these Disney live-action remakes? Because they kind of did it with Maleficent. They're like, well, let's show the fucking bad guy's perspective. Let's see the gay aliens from Lilo and Stitch and how their lives unravel because of this little
Show me
orphan.
their love story. Every once in a while, Stitch runs across the screen with a bra on his head.
Why not? Okay, all right. So I think if not that, then we'll do the video game draft we talked about last week. Because
gonna be a
fucking
fun
you guys, the Mario movie comes out this week, and I
Comes out
bet it's gonna be
tomorrow.
really fucking rad.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
Reviews are good so far.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Speaking of, I
reviews
had
from places you should probably trust about the Mario movie have been good.
Is it too woke?
But-
I don't want to see it if it's too woke.
No, there was one review I saw that was just like incredibly bizarre in terms of like they're like, oh yeah, you know, this is a movie for kids and for the adults in the room, and they had to like
That's
contextualize who Bowser is to potential people that wouldn't know who Bowser is, and they used an insane reference to something from like the 80s that even I've never heard of. I wish I could find this tweet because it was so bizarre. Nope, can't find it. Oh well. You'll just have to imagine for yourself what the reference was.
Well, if because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to remake a draft board, if Jose's not here, do we want to do like an auto draft for him? Like make him rank 12 video game characters.
Yeah, okay.
And then
Jose 2 and 3 will
Yeah, Jose 2 and 3 will trade off. I found the review line. It's from Variety.
Variety.
Okay.
So Mario then teams up with Princess Peach to save her kingdom from Bowser, a fire-breathing beastie who commands a vast army of Koopas, who are turtles. Bowser is a turtle too, if a rather monstrous one. He's like a fusion of Lionel Barrymore, the Wayland Flowers puppet madam, and a T-Rex plushie made for toddlers.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. Fucking what?
Yeah.
That
All
was
right,
a
Dennis
900-year-old woman who wrote that?
That's
I don't know
dumb
what
as shit.
any of those mean.
That was this
I'm a
review
sick one. I
written
know
by
who
an
Bowser is,
AI?
and I'm not sure what that
Yeah.
describes. Terrible.
Yeah, no, that's
Maybe
from the
if
Variety
that
review.
wasn't written by AI, maybe we do need to be replaced by AI.
Yeah, maybe.
It'd be worse.
That's ridiculous.
Nice. You were worried that it was perhaps too woke. I did hear that the MCU's first gay character is in the Mario movie.
What the fuck? Not again.
Oh, that's what. Oh god.
Not again.
Fucking remember that when fucking the one guy was like, "Yeah, my husband died in the blip," and they're like, "Gay character, first gay character."
Yeah. There's been 15 first gay
So
characters.
many of those.
Then they've
So
done,
many
they've
first
done
gay
like 6
characters.
more since then.
So fucking funny. Love it. All right, we will be back next week. We're gonna draft some shit, make you giggles.
We
good
are going
times.
to talk about Lilo and Stitch, Lee.
Yes, we fucking might. Lilo and Stitch is great. I don't give a fuck.
It is
Good time.
like I shat on Lilo and Stitch back in the day, but it is one of my wife's favorites, and it is pretty cool.
No, I fucking love that movie.
It's different than any Disney movie from that era.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're like, let's make a live action one. And it's like, man, I saw a tweet today because they announced that they're doing a live action Moana already. Even though I feel like Moana came out 20 minutes ago. But it's probably really 10 years because we're, dinosaurs now.
Yeah,
But,
it might have been 10 years.
It might have. But I'm like, fucking all right, whatever.
Larry
But then
Potter
somebody-
wasn't even 10 years ago.
2016, so
Okay.
7 years.
Well, a hot minute. But they were, they're talking about the Moana thing, and then somebody had put up a snapshot of Disney Plus, and it's like, since you watched Aladdin, would you like to see worse Aladdin? And it was just a fucking shot of the live action Aladdin. It's like, have you tried worse Aladdin?
My kids love live action Aladdin.
It's fun. It's
I
a
haven't
fun
seen it.
time. They're very
I-
pretty people, Aladdin and Jasmine.
I've seen
Yeah.
Maleficent, and that's the only one. I haven't seen any of the other live
I've
action
only
ones they
seen
did.
the second Maleficent from that
It's
year
alright.
when I had the movie pass and saw everything.
You did see everything. All right. So we'll talk about that, and it'll be great. So yeah, talk to you guys next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, at youtube.com/panelsonpages for Jason Knights, Jose Guzman, wherever
Next
the
week
hell
we're
he
putting
is.
Lee in the ocean.
Please don't.
We're doing it.
Next week we're putting Lee on a horse.
And,
One or
God,
the other.
please
We're
don't.
going to put
I'll
Lee in
die.
a horse. We're going to throw him in the ocean.
I'll die twice. And Mahoney. I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you guys next week. Night. Love you. Goodbye.
Do you mind if I this? Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this? Do you mind if I this?
Fucking Google something.
Do you mind if I this?
Holy shit.
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this?
I didn't want to say it.
Do you mind if I this?
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Do you mind if I this?
Whoa, whoa.
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking
Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this?
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
Do you mind if I this?
you fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.